Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to 2026. I'm happy to be back streaming. Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Lotus, and I predominantly stream The Sims 4. I do have a few other games that I have in rotation, like I played a little bit of, oh gosh, what is the name of that? I was just playing it earlier. Where you build like little castles and stuff. I played a little bit of that today for the first time in months. Just because I was going through my Steam library, and I don't have a lot of games in my Steam library. I have like maybe 6 games in my Steam library. But like I said, I mostly play The Sims 4, so I don't really look at what else is in my different game libraries. So I actually spent a good chunk of today trying to update my Fortnite, because I would like to maybe get somewhat proficient at doing the shoot 'em up portion of it. I've only really started playing the music part of Fortnite. But yeah, most of the time I play The Sims 4, both on stream and off stream. So here I am back with you all. Let me turn music down just a little bit. There we go. So we are back in JayCee's household. Well, I don't know if we were in JayCee's household. Oh, good God. So, as I was saying, so JayCee is one of the cousins in this save, and I have resurrected this save. I had not played it for like a year and a half. And JayCee was an elder sim who lived alone for most of her life after her mom died. She was her mom's only child. And then after her mom died, she lived alone. But when her young cousin Marissa lost her dad, um, JayCee went over to the house to pay her respects. She got to know Marissa a little bit more. Marissa is in the acting career, and she took a liking to Marissa. So she asked Marissa to move in, which was very much to Marissa's liking because she was sharing an apartment with her mother and her three younger siblings. So she wanted a space of her own where she could work on her acting and her charisma and all that cool stuff. Here at her cousin JC's house, she had her own room. Like here, this used to be JC's mom's room. So this became Marissa's room. And now, unfortunately, JC has just died. And because she's an elder, I'm not going to bother to plead for her just because she, she's old and, you know, it's the circle of life and all that good stuff. So I'm going to sadly let her go. JC had been in University of Brightchester. She decided that she wanted to go to school. She had never been to university. And as you can see, she has a considerable amount of money in the bank. She was like, you know what, let me retire from this. I think she was doing like a diver. She was in a diver career, I think it was. She said, you know what, let me retire from that. I love plants. I'd really love to go into the botany career for my golden years. So she got into University of Brightchester, and was studying and doing very well, um, studying biology. We're going to go ahead and send her on to the netherworld. Yes, go into the netherworld. There we go. So now Marissa actually inherits the house. This is JayCee's grandmother. This is JayCee's mother, Lorraine. This is JayCee. That is Marissa's mom. Now, JayCee was not in the science career. I don't remember if it was her mom. Hey, Bubbles, how's it going? I'm so glad to see you here. Thanks for popping in. I hope you enjoy the stream. I hope you've had a good week. I can't remember if it was Marissa's mother or her grandmother who was in the science career, but that's how we ended up with all of these very interesting scientific type things in the basement. We do not know what this is. We're not going to bother it. Whatever it is, we're going to just leave it alone. Hey, Serena, welcome in. Thanks for dropping by. It's good to see you. Happy New Year. Everything is good. How about you? I'm having a good day. Um, I spent most of the day with my partner, and then he headed off to spend the weekend with a cousin of his a little ways away. So I have the place to myself, and I am going to see what kind of devilment I can get into all weekend. Yay! Happy New Year! Yeah, I'm going to run out tomorrow, and I've got a couple of errands that I want to run, and maybe even do a little bit of a walkabout with my camera. First photo walk of the year. That would be great. All right, Marissa. Well, I'm very, very sorry about your cousin. Let's see, you were working on your fitness skill. You haven't developed your acting skill yet. Did JayCee's will get sent? I don't I don't know how the will thing works. Okay, it's not in the household inventory. It's not in Marissa's inventory. It's not in the mailbox because the mail has already gone today. Let's see if it shows up in another couple of days. So you have a guest star gig tomorrow, and you need to work on your fitness skill and your acting skill. Yes, she can like fitness. At some point, grief is going to overtake her. She'll be grieving for a couple of days from losing a good friend. But right now, she has a lot of focused and an inspired moodlet, so that's good. Please don't hurt yourself, girl. I saw you grab your bag. 60% of the simoleons JayCee left behind are supposed to go to Marissa's mom and siblings. Well, younger siblings. She has an older brother who lives on his own. One of Marissa's goals is to become a parent, so I'm thinking Let's have her find a partner and get married and have kids. She's still a young adult. She ages up to an adult in about a week, so she still has plenty of time to start a family. How's this going? Fitness skill, 50% done. Okay. Oh yeah, I do need to save my game. Thank you, Nightbot. Otherwise, if the game crashes, I'll end up having to live through the death of JayCee again. I got attached to JayCee. I don't play with elders as often as I'd like to, but when I started playing JayCee, I specifically wanted to play JayCee because she was already an elder and because she lived alone, so I'd be able to focus entirely on her. Um, and not have to worry about kids and stuff like that. But I decided to have Marissa move in just because I liked the idea of Marissa being able to come here and focus on her acting career and me still being able to somewhat control her acting career without having to play the household with so many other Sims. All right, and now she needs to work on her acting skill. So let's do that. I'll have her do that for a couple of hours and then eat and go to bed. So let's queue up. Actually, is there food left in the fridge? I don't know if there is. There's not. Okay. Well, she needs to work on her cooking skill anyway. I love your storytelling. Thank you. I appreciate that. If you love storytelling, I strongly recommend Ocean Sims. She is a YouTuber who does very involved Sim storytelling. Another Black YouTuber. So I would definitely recommend her. Oh, you have cooking level 3. That's not so bad. Let me find her channel. And I'm going to put the link in the chat. All right. Ocean's link is in the chat so you can find her on YouTube. I love to watch her gameplay. She gets really attached to her Sims just like I do. And ads are going to start in about 10 seconds, so I will see you on the other side of the ads. All right, girl, that's enough. That's enough. It's after midnight and you still need to sleep. They get so dramatic as their acting skill goes up. What makes a sim turn neutral? She's not neutral, she's happy. Have a sim stay in the fine emotion for 48 straight sim hours. She hasn't, well, you know what? Maybe one of the other sims in this save is in the... Girl, you're supposed to eat that. I don't know. Maybe she's more tired than hungry. So I'll cue that up for when she gets up. At least she has food waiting for her when she wakes up. Awesome. So she worked on her acting skill, worked on her fitness skill, and then at noon is when her gig starts. Since she's the only sim in this household right now, I think I'll follow her to her gig. She can meet some people, she can take the food so that she doesn't have to cook for a while. And then I want to start on her having her own family since one of her, well, right now her only bucket list item is that she's been dreaming of becoming a parent. I don't want her to do it by herself though, because I want her to be able to focus, still focus on developing her acting career. I want her to get some promotions and all that good stuff. So we're going to go into Cass at some point and give her some turn ons and turn offs and set her sexual orientation, and then we'll hop on Cupid's Corner and see who we can meet. I always forget to set sexual orientation and stuff. Well, I don't always. I'm getting better at setting it once Sims age up into teens, but a lot of times I forget to set sexual orientation until I have a sim who is a young adult. I take them on Cupid's Corner and they don't have any particular turn ons or turn offs. They don't have any particular gender preference. And sometimes that makes it difficult to help them find someone because there's so many options and the options are not necessarily all that great. Kind of like real life. Girl, you start your gig at 4 hours. Okay. Now she's sad. Now she's grieving the loss of her cousin. I wonder if we could still plan a funeral. Maybe we'll do that and take all three headstones to the cemetery. Oh gosh, we're in summer. Okay, let's put on the AC. I don't want to overheat. Let's harvest. Um, that's our mom. Oh, nice. She had a good time with her new friend. New quirk, emotion bomb. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Let's just replace that. We are going to water everything. We're going to spray for bugs. And we're going to sell everything. Hopefully she'll be done with all of this by noon, because that's when her gig begins. I think I need to change this to 2 week seasons, because right now it's set to 1 week seasons and it makes the seasons pass really, really fast. And one of my other legacy saves, I have it set to 2 week seasons, and I actually have been enjoying that. I used to prefer 1 week seasons because I want time to pass, especially the holidays. But since I do so many holidays and breaks, um, a 2 week season actually gives me more playing time, like in terms of careers during the seasons. So actually, do I change that on the calendar or do I have to go into gameplay settings? Ah, your birthday is coming up on Sunday. Yeah, so like, see how I have so many holidays? Like, I give them a real summer vacation, so it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday every week. Then they have Harvest Fest and then a day of rest after it. Oh, I don't have a Juneteenth because, it would be hard to do a Juneteenth. Um, and then I do Winterfest. Kwanzaa's right after Winterfest. Winter break is after that. And then they have New Year's Eve. So let's go into the gameplay settings. She still has time before her gig. Let's go into the game options. Let's see. Auto aging. We have normals and lifespan. Okay, that must be pack settings. Yes, we have the dust system. Sometimes I turn that off, but I do have, we're limiting our levels. I don't want to enable acne because it doesn't go away if you forget to have them take care of it. Favorited gallery sims and Cupid's Corner. No, no. Gallery sims and Cupid's Corner. We can have a cult sim. Sometimes we want the cults. Heirloom creation, yes. Let's limit our fairies to inner screen. Though I haven't seen any fairies yet in this save. That's interesting. Enable ailment spread. Let's disable that. Right now I have balance and imbalance and luck on. I'm going to leave it on. Let's apply the changes. What happened to the season stuff? Is it under other? Environment. Oh, here we go. So in blizzards, enable temperature, season length, 14 days. And under summer escape, yeah, we got those things. Okay, cool. So I rarely use my calendar. Yeah, I used to not use it that much, and watching Ocean's YouTube videos really got me into the habit of using the calendar, because she adds holidays for storytelling purposes and things like that. So like she'll add birthdays, even though the birthday is like you can have Sims auto age. So like she'll turn aging off, but then she'll add her Sims birthdays to the calendar, which I think is so cool. So she'll still age her Sims up, but she does it in her own time, when she's good and ready for it. Okay, now that we have 2 weeks, let's add, I always like to have a Juneteenth. So we're going to add a holiday. So add Juneteenth. It's a day off of work and school. We are going to decorate, but there's no decoration theme that matches what I like to do. So let's have decorations, barbecuing, was it thankful? We don't have Easter either. We'll do party spirit, definitely, and a thankful spirit. So we have Juneteenth during the summer, and then in spring, let's say the second Sunday in spring is going to be Easter. I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, it's really neat. It's really neat. So let's see. We'll have Easter. We're going to have a spring theme. And then for Easter, decorate egg hunts, the flower bunny, of course. And let's do gardening as one, and also a grand meal. And I think I'd like to also add Spooky Day, which I hardly ever do. Oh, let's see. This is Day of Rest. I want Day of Rest after Thanksgiving. So let's make this Day of Rest. See if I can find that the Z's icon. Probably scrolled right past it. Oh, that's interesting. I don't see it. That's weird. Okay, well, we need to find a different one for different icon for Day of Rest then. We will not use the poop. What should we use for day of rest? How about the candles? Let's use that. Today I have work or school, and there's no particular things that we need to do for day of rest. But this one, instead of day of rest, this is going to be spooky day. I wonder where that icon came from. But anyway, this is going to be spooky day. And we're going to do not spring decorations, spooky decorations. Let's see here. Decorate is 1. Let's see what else they have. I guess no. Party spirit. Yeah, that's cool. Oh no, spooky spirit. What would you do for that? Do spooky actions such as admiring ghosts or other occult sims. You can also carve pumpkins or play spooky music on the pipe organ. Oh, that reminds me, JayCee took a she took a class on pipe organ when she was alive. Ooh. We'll do trick or treat and wear costumes. And it's not a day off from work or school. Okay, so now our Kwanzaa and winter break have been moved. So yes, I'm going to delete them from here, and then I'm going to recreate Kwanzaa the day after Winterfest, because that's always when I want it. It's a day off of work and school. We're going to decorate, but it has its own theme, not the Winterfest theme. So let's see, we are going to decorate. We're going to light the Kinara. We could do giving gifts, but that's really not a focus. Let's make resolutions. I think that's good. Yeah, so we'll have those 3 for Kwanzaa, and then this last weekday is going to be winter break. Oh, you know what? I might have removed the mod that I was using for more icons, and that might be why I don't see some of the icons I'm used to seeing. I'll have to look at that later. We'll use that icon for winter break. There's no decoration, no special activities. It's just a day off from work and school. And do I want to make New Year's Eve a day off from work or school? I could make New Year's Day and make that a day off from work and school. Because some Sims do work on Sundays. So let's do that. New Year's Day. Alright, so we have Love Day, we have Easter. We've got Juneteenth. Alright, cool. JayCee actually passed her love of gardening on to Marissa, which I think is so adorable. So when Marissa came to visit her at one point before they talked about moving in together, She was really impressed with JC's plant collection, which was actually started a few generations back, um, by I think JC's great uncle. So I think it was her grandmother's brother who lived here, and he built this upstairs greenhouse. Because this is a small lot. This I think is a 20 by 15 lot. Um, and but he wanted to have a lot of plants, so he built the upstairs. That this was a single story dwelling, so he built this greenhouse upstairs and put the glass roof in. And for all these generations, there have been all these plants growing. But JC was the first one to grow a money tree. I don't remember who originally planted it, but I didn't play on this lot or the households that were living on this lot very much. So someone in a previous generation planted the money tree, but it was never nurtured and didn't grow to be blooming until JC became an elder and really got into botany. Oh, you still got to spray for bugs. You're probably going to have to finish this when you come back. This is just about time for you to go for your... No, sorry, we're gonna join her. Sorry, bro, I can't go to GeekCon with you. I have a gig right now. So let's do that. I wonder what she's going to be doing this time. I went to one, maybe two gigs with her before. The acting career is one that I don't play that often. So I'm taking advantage of playing it in this save. I figured since I'm reviving a save that I hadn't played in a very long time, I might as well also play some careers that I hadn't played in a very long time. It's nice to shake things up a bit sometimes. There's still a lot to this game that I haven't yet explored, and I like that. And then they keep adding stuff, which is cool. Oh, time for a stretch break. Let me get the kinks out of my back. And if you've been sitting for a long time, you should do it too. Me too. I love learning more about it. Yeah. It's very different from when I first started playing 5 years ago, and not just because I have most of the packs now instead of just the base game. They've added a lot to this game. Actually, it's been almost 6 years. Next month will be 6 years since I started playing. Should she be gloomy? No, let's not do that. Let us, however, get into hair and makeup. Oh, that's right. She has that emotion bomb quirk now. She's having a sad bomb. Girl, can we please go to hair and makeup? I would really like for you to go to hair and makeup. Thank you very much. I know you're sad. I don't blame you. I'm sad about losing JC too. So we'll get into hair and makeup. We'll get into costume. Let's see if we can. I think stories is under friendly. Yep. Oh, no, I don't want to tell a group story. Ma'am, please get her makeup together, please. Nice rainbow colors, but it looks like that's not what she's supposed to be today. Oh, you poor thing. All right, let's get into costume. I know, it's okay. Ooh, now she's angry. Okay. Can we tell a story now? Oh no, we're not going to do those things. Absolutely not. Let's do stories. Okay, I guess we've got to tell a group story. Then I've got to find a coworker and rehearse a scene. This is a co-star. Okay. So I guess I need to introduce myself because we don't know each other yet. Uh-oh. Hello, game. Please unfreeze yourself. I would appreciate it. Thank you. You're scaring me. Okay, so she's a higher rank than us, so we can't introduce. Girl, if you don't calm your nerves. What is this? Calm your nerves. This is a place of business. And whatever happened is not Barbie's fault. Thank you for introducing yourself. Okay, go to the bathroom. Go into the bathroom, and then you need to come back, and you need to rehearse. Wait, where's rehearse scene? Oh, there we go. No, I cannot talk. I am at work. Let's try that again. I hate when it kills my menu. Okay. Apothecary. Where's her scene with co-star? He's also a co-star. Alright, so we'll do a flirty introduction with him. I don't know if he's married or not. Okay, can we rehearse a scene with him? Okay, let's see if this works. And then we need to let the director know that we are ready. Oh, ciao. Okay, that wasn't it, but they didn't give us the option to rehearse the scene. Okay, let's give him a compliment real quick. We're running out of time. And then let's tell him that we're ready. Wasn't able to do rehearsing the scene. Okay. Risky sword fight. Risky flirt. Hoo-ha! En garde. What's this? No? Mm-mm. Risky bite. And risky turn wheel. She has a relative, I think she's at level 5 or level 6 acting. So I like for her to do the risky ones. Acting level 6.5, yeah. Okay, hurry up, hurry up. You've got to finish the performance. Whew, okay. Just in time. Good job. And you got gold. Let's see about some of this. Oh, cookies. Speaking of which, I could use some cookies right now. I don't have any cookies. I consider that to be a crime. Nice. She finished all her scenes. She earned 1,400 simoleons, and she earned some fame. All right, let's go home. Girl, you're having problems emotionally, so we may send you to do some grief counseling when you get home. That's probably not a bad idea at all. I wonder if I have the ingredients in the house to do those, no, I don't have the ingredients to do oatmeal raisin cookies. Well, unless I put craisins in them instead of raisins, but I don't know how that would taste. What this is telling me is that when I'm done streaming, I need to go to the convenience store and get some snacks. Or I can snack on Cheerios. I'm really craving something sweeter than Cheerios, though I can put sugar in them. Oh goodness, looking at the food at her gig is not just not helping me. Baking soda, salt, salted butter, light brown sugar, egg, vanilla extract. I can make brown sugar cookies. Maybe I'll try that. I have not tried to bake cookies from scratch since I was a kid. She was promoted. Awesome. All right, girl. Let's see if we can send you to grief counseling. Yes, we can. Please go to grief counseling. Also, I need to save so that we save the progress that she made with her career. Thank you. All right. Yes, ma'am. I know. You are very upset right now. Yes, get yourself some counseling. Okay. Hopefully that will help in the long run. Get yourself something to eat. And then how about you take a nice soothing bath? Soothing. 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 That is not soothing. That is a temper tantrum. Now, believe me, girl, I understand because sometimes the world sucks. Far too often, the world sucks. However, okay, let's see. Oh, I know. Thank you, Seribot. I appreciate that. Yes, let's have a nice soak. We'll just go ahead and replace that. And you can mop up the water when you get out. Huh. You want to go to a party? I think it would be good for you to go to a party. Yeah. Cemetery? Oh, God. mm, mm, mm. Let's see if this actually works, though. The last time I went to what was supposed to be a party, um, last time I went to what was supposed to be a party in the cemetery, nothing actually happened. Oh, I'm already having Seribot tell me when ads start and end. Okay, I need my custom. All right, here we are at Eternal Hollow. Now, what is supposed to be going on here? There's supposed to be a party? Oh, I see. So there's a bonfire. And this is her younger brother. This is the eldest of her two younger brothers. That's Rory. And let's change the fire color just for fun. We'll make it green. How many generations have I played? Um, this is Gen 6, which for me is a very young legacy. My OG legacy, the very first legacy I ever started, I'm still playing, and let me check what generation I'm on. Those are the matrices. The matrices are on, let's see, Viola's Descendants, Gen 38. So that's my OG legacy. And then my second longest legacy, I think that's the Foys. And with them, I'm up to Gen 26. Like I said, I get real attached to my Sims. Girl, did you try to burn yourself? Let's try that fire dance again. Don't you have something in here having to do with getting to know a ghost? All right, we gotta be careful. Oh no, getting to know a ghost, that's one of the holidays that I added. That's amazing. I gotta learn to get past the first three. You know what? A lot of people lose interest after one or two generations, so don't feel bad. It's that kind of thing doesn't really interest everybody. So there's no wrong way to play the game. Now, if you really would like to see generation after generation, then, yeah, definitely give it a try, but don't put pressure on yourself. It's not weird to only play a couple of generations and then be like, okay, I'm ready for something new. I mean, there's some people that don't do gameplay at all. Some people do just building. Some people just do creating Sims. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, you from the stuff that I've seen that you post on, ma'am, where is your clothing? Oh my God, who is this? Deja. What? You know what? This is The Sims. I should know better than to ask these questions. Um, I'm learning more about the wills now. Yes, yes, that's a really cool way of being able to pass on simoleons and objects and things that you want to keep in your safe. Oh, I was saying, based on the stuff that I've seen you post on Blue Sky and on YouTube, you seem like the kind of person who can be very hard on yourself about not doing things the way other people do them. So I definitely want to encourage you to not do that. However you play the game is just fine. Y'all, this is not a very hopping party. All he said that there was a wild party going on, and all there is a bonfire. We don't even have like a DJ or anything. A dance party? Okay, but there's no music. Well, I guess there's music in here somewhere, but wouldn't that be funeral type music? Did anyone bring a boombox or something? Well, while we're here, let's explore the cemetery. We can find all sorts of cool things. Where are the crypts? Here are the crypts. I have not explored the crypts in a while. No, we're not going to join the Undertaker career. We're just going to explore the crypts. Figured me out so quickly. Well, I've been following you for a while. Don't know how long though, but I've been following you for a little while. Oh gosh, I never noticed the detail of the Grim Reaper in the stained glass. A labyrinth of forgotten corridors and ancestral vaults lie ahead. Enter if you dare. I dare. I definitely dare. I think I'm going to have her take the day off, the next day off, and I want to go play with her mom and siblings to see if JayCee's will ended up in their mailbox. Oh, I appreciate you too. You're a sweetheart. I like having people who are very kind and sensitive in my life. I I grew up around a number of people who sometimes weren't all that kind, or far too often weren't all that kind. So now, as an adult, I really, first of all, strive to be kind myself because, I don't want to be like those people who emotionally bruised me when I was growing up. But I also strive to have kind people in my life, whether virtually or in person. That's one thing I really appreciate about my partner. He is a very kind person. To look at him, some people think that like he's very stern and stuff. People have mistaken him for former military or a police officer, and he's not either of those things. He just has a very serious looking face. But anyone who gets to know him discovers he's a pussycat. The only way you have to be afraid of him is if you're a not nice person, and it still takes a lot to push him. Marissa comes across a door with warm glowing lights flickering underneath. Opening the door, Marissa finds a cozy room with a bed and fireplace. A signpost above the fireplace reads, "Visitors welcome." It's been a tiring journey. Perhaps she should stay and rest for a while. No, I want to go ahead and get through this dance party stuff so that we can go home. Well, actually, I can end the dance party early and I can stop exploring the crypts. Let's exit the crypt. I don't feel like doing that right now. I'll have her go home because I want to check in on the rest of her family. Oh, the dreaded 4 a.m. lag. Same. That's why I push kindness and empathy. Yeah, there's something about having been harmed by people who, if you don't let bitterness take over you, you really come to appreciate the value of kindness and empathy. I'm so happy you found someone kind for you. That's so beautiful. I am thankful. We've been together for 17 years. Every now and then we both count how many years it's been and we go, ooh, maybe it's time to trade you in for a new model. We're both joking. Neither of us want to do that. That's how we tease each other. I think they turned the heat on. Hot. So I'll turn the fan on. We have radiators, so we can't control the temperature. The heat comes and goes according to what they have it set at in the boiler room. Oh goodness, congrats on such a healthy relationship. Alrighty. There we go. Now we're back. Welcome back, Seribot. Okay, I had to restart OBS because for some reason OBS was extremely unhappy. Don't know why. Didn't throw any errors or anything like that, but we are back now. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Yay. Everyone refresh if the stream didn't come back for you. All right, girl, let's see. It is 4:30 in the morning. You went to that party that was not very interesting. So actually, now that you're home, let's save and go to Manage Worlds and let's take a peek over at your mom and your siblings. They're back in San Myshuno, living in the Arts District. Her late father was a painter, actually a very successful one. The family struggled financially for a long time, but, well, not really struggled. So they didn't have much money. Um, so the dad painted a lot and he was able to sell his paintings. And then as his skill level increased, he was able to sell his paintings for more and more. So I think the most they usually had in the bank was 10,000 simoleons, and that was towards the end of his life after he had already reached level 10 in the painting career. When they first moved into that apartment, it was completely empty. There were no furnishings. They only had 15,000 simoleons, and they spent all but like maybe 100 of that doing the bare minimum of furnishing and appliances and two bathrooms. So then every time they would get like four or five, well, sometimes even just like 2,000 simoleons in the bank, then they would do more renovations. So over time, that very, very bare three-bedroom apartment started looking like a home. So it looks really nice now. And now they have significant money because they were gifted some. When JayCee was alive, she gifted them 10,000 simoleons after the dad died. This is actually two bedrooms. I need to change that. JayCee gifted them 10,000 simoleons. So they had that. And then I think Judd had already saved like close to another 10,000. So they had money in the bank by then. But part of JayCee's will is that 60% of the simoleons she left behind are supposed to go to this particular household. So I want to see if the will actually shows up in their mail and they can read the mail and actually get those simoleons. So that should be a good 60 to 70,000 simoleons, because when JayCee died, she had like 130,000 simoleons in the bank. So I know 60% of 100,000 is 60,000. So they should get a nice chunk of change if the will works the way it's supposed to. I've done wills before in other saves and they have worked. Sometimes it seems like they work and sometimes they don't, but that might be a game player error, not a game error. But we'll see what happens when this household gets loaded in. Now, Twitch is saying that my connection is unstable, but OBS is saying I have not dropped any frames. So you never know. I was watching another simmer today who had weird things go on with hers, but her computer completely shut down. So she had to restart it. And then she was saying the same thing. Like her streaming software was saying she wasn't dropping any frames, but Twitch was saying she had an unstable connection. So that's why I say it's Twitch that's twitching. Alrighty, they have 22,000 simoleons here in the bank. That doesn't look like they have any mail. So this is their mom. This is Natasha Kim Lewis. How much longer do you have, Natasha? I didn't realize you were in Eldorado. She has a week left. Okay. So Natasha and Judd had 5 children. Their oldest son lives in the studio apartment right here across the hall, which is where all of them were living when I originally started playing this household. So what I ended up doing, since Clifford was already a young adult, I left Clifford in the studio apartment and left him with a little bit of money, and then took 15,000. I think I left him with like 5,000 simoleons because I wasn't planning to play him. And then I took 15,000 simoleons, the parents and the other 4 kids, and moved the 6 of them into this apartment, which was very bare, but now it's nicely furnished. This is Natasha's room here. This is a room Natasha and Judd used to share. And then the 2 youngest, the 2 boys, share this room. The last time I played, both of them were children. Now both of them were teens. Rory is at the cemetery, so let's go ahead and bring him back here. Rory is the older of the 2, and then Kaysen is the younger. I've not made over Kaysen yet, because he just recently aged up to teen. And then their next elder sibling is Ella. So Ella is she still a teen? You still a teen, Ella? She's a young adult now. Okay, last time I played, she was a teen. But now she's a young adult. And she has this room to herself. I think it is time for a bit of a renovation. So let's go ahead and turn on all the lights, then go into build mode. Now, Ella was very into fitness and wellness when she was a teen, so I think, let's see, she could go into the fitness career, or she could actually, since they have, well, they have money coming in, but at some point their mom is going to die, and y'all need jobs so that you can keep up with this apartment. everything else in the inventory. And let us decorate this room for Ella. I'm gonna have her keep some of her childhood stuff just for nostalgia's sake. And I think we will put the bed here. I may end up moving that meditation mat. Let's see what we can do. Oh, I just added some new CC, and I believe there was some bedroom CC that I just added, but I don't remember what it was. Hang on, let me check Pinterest real quick, because I think I saw it on Pinterest, and I think I saved the pin. Okay. I'll go to my Sims 4 board. Wasn't that? It wasn't that. What's that? This one. And what is the name? Oh, they call it Cozy Bed? Is that the name of it? Let's find out. Yeah, they call it Cozy Bed. Okay, let's see if it comes up in the search. Oh, and it's one that's all one piece. I don't have to do the bed frame and the mattress separately. Obia has been losing it while I've been recording. Really? Also, we're all having problems with Obia. Okay, so it's not just me. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that says cozy in it. We'll just do a text search for cozy and see what beds come up. I know this one is a double bed. It's one that is new to me. Huh. Okay, it's not coming up that way. Okay, found the creator's name. Maybe I didn't install this one. I thought I did, though. I was pretty sure I did. Let's have a look in my mods folder. Mods. Go by. Oh, I don't see it in here. Okay, I must not have installed it. It must have been one of those things I was thinking about installing. And never got around to it. Okay, fine. Fine, we won't worry about that. Let's just go back. I've downloaded it now. I can install it when I'm done playing. All right, let's see here. I want her to have, I mean, this one will match the theme, but let's see. 522, 522, 522. Oh, I haven't used this one in a while. 644, that's a good one. This one is one of my favorites, Cozy Cubby Hole. Oh, wow, Tufted Elegance. Cozy Crafter. Tiny tyrants. Okay, these are getting super expensive. I mean, they have the money, so that's not the issue, but I just find it kind of ridiculous to spend that much money on a bed. So, let's use this one. So that'll be her bed. And I mean, the colors don't quite match the way I'd like them to. That's too green. So is that. You know what? The original swatch actually works well. I like the blue, the beige, and it goes well with the colors that are already in here, and it doesn't clash with the green. Okay, let's move this over to the window. And really, I think that's all we need to do in here. She's already got a dresser. She kept a picture of her sister when her sister moved out. So yeah, let's just keep it like that. And I can assign the bed to her. Game, you know what? Not messing with me. Oh, I need to move the stuff so if she wants to, she can get into the bed on that side. She wants to keep some of her old toys for old time's sake, and the little basket thing. It's like a fake hamper. And I can also give her another bedside table. Okay. Now we can go into live mode. And I will assign her bed. Yeah, Rory can like artsy Sims. Why not? Assign left side to Ella. Okay, and Ella needs a career. I could put her in the athlete career since she already has the bodybuilder aspiration. What fitness level is she at? She's at fitness level 3. What story are you telling? She's adventurous. She's business savvy. You know what? I could put her in the business career. Because their career doesn't have to match their aspiration. She also doesn't have to go into the business career. The business career is another career I don't play that often. But it's one of the first careers that I played. And I remember my sim making it up to like CEO or something like that. I think that's when I was playing on my original Legacy lot. Okay, she doesn't want to go into the acting career. That's her sister's wheelhouse. Though she could go into the critic career, which would be funny. I think she's going to go into the critic career because her dad was an artist. Her sister is an actor. So she can go into the critic career and become an arts critic eventually. So, okay, so she needs to level up her writing skill. Yes, my dear. Let's put on the AC. She needs to level up her writing skill, and she needs to reach writing level 2 in order to get a promotion anyway, so... But she's tired. Let's auto lights, all lights. Well, her energy is low. Let's have her come and nap a bit. And then she can work on her writing. We also need to do her brother's room. Practice writing. Now she can practice, she can write in a column too. Okay, so Rory is still a teen. He's probably not going to be a teen for long. Let's see. Oh, he still had 11 days as a teen. Okay. Right, so he doesn't have to worry about getting a job just yet. Oh, and this is Ella's guitar. Oh, that's right. I was gonna put her in the entertainer career. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's make this room. Let me save first, and then we'll make the boys' room a bit more teen friendly. Right now, it still looks like a little kid's room, and both of them are teens. And then I need to give Karen, the youngest, a makeover because he aged up to teen, and God only knows what outfits this game gave him. I have absolutely no faith at all in the game's ability to put Sims in decent looking outfits. I have seen with my own eyes. Okay, they can go alone. We're not going to go with them today. I have seen with my own eyes what what the game will put Sims in. All right, they can keep the same beds. Let's get rid of the kids stuff. And get rid of the night light, the growth chart. We'll keep the semi capsules and the potato because we can. And oh, Rory needs to start. Rory was taking after his dad. Rory did all of these paint drawings when he was a kid. So I want Rory to follow in his dad's footsteps in terms of being interested in art. He may not go into the painter career, but I think I would like for him to at least have painting as a favorite hobby. Since there are two of you in here, I want to also add a wardrobe, and we're going to add a computer desk and a new computer. Oh, let's do a nice CC wardrobe. Not this one. I want to do PAX system. I don't often take a lot of time with wardrobes, but every now and then I get a wild hair and I'm like, I really need to have a decent wardrobe. Do I want what's the corner for anyway? Well, I'm not going to have it go around the corner, so I don't need that. Let's see, we have shelves, we have a narrow rail, and we have narrow shelves. We have a rail. Let's do narrow rail. A little bit darker to match the bed. So we have narrow rail and narrow shelves. And I can do right side door. Oh, that's the narrow panel door. And then there's a solid door. Let's add some masculine hanging clothes. Oh, I see. So the narrow one, you need the one that just has 3 on it. Okay. so there's that. And we're going to go ahead and add another narrow rail on the other side. I don't have to put a door in there at all if I don't want to. Though I think it would be cool to. Then I'd have to fill these shelves. Actually, I don't have to do anything. All right, so we have a narrow rail there, a narrow rail there. Let's add some shoes. And how do I want to do? Let's do, I can do a door in the middle if I want to. And then I can leave these open. And then let's go into, oh, let me look at my favorites. I can throw some of my favorite clutter in there as well. I suck at building them. I gotta admit, there are some people out there who are amazing builders. And they do some really, really cool stuff. I consider myself a proficient builder. So I'm not like super duper imaginative when it comes to building. Like there are people who will combine different items to make new ones, and I think that that's really neat. I generally don't have the patience for that because I like to play with items as they are rather than creating new items from ones that exist in the game. So let me see. I didn't put some of my favorite clutter stuff. I don't think. I don't think. There are like some baskets and things that I don't have in my favorites. But then there are things that I do have in my favorites, and both of y'all are teens. So let's put some teen clutter down on the floor, like so. Okay. And, so some of the stuff I'm going to need when I actually put a desk in here. What else? Okay, let's go into, because I know what I want to put on these shelves, and it's in the clutter section. And they are actually Dream Home Decorator clutter items. Like these, for example. Let's throw one basket up there and a different one up here. Got another basket. Let's slide in there. And let's see, anything else I want to add? I already added shoes, so I don't need to add more. Okay, that'll work. Now, I want to add at least one desk. It'll probably just be one desk because the room isn't that big. I don't want to take up all the floor space. Let's see, which desk would I like? Let's keep it simple. Mo, how's it going? Welcome on in. Hey, you didn't stream today. I just realized that. Well, I'm so glad that you dropped in. Thanks for stopping by. I hope that you had a good um a good Friday, and that the new year has been good to you. It's going well. How are you? I'm doing well too. I've been having a nice, refreshing new year. Reviewing some stuff, of course, because that's what a lot of people do when the new year comes in, and actually feeling cautiously optimistic for the first time in a long time about whatever is to come. So that is a welcome improvement to my mental state because things got really dark for a little while there. So I'm grateful to be in a good headspace now. Yeah, my dad visited. Aw, and just left. I hope y'all had fun. That's cool. Were y'all doing anything in particular or just hanging out and enjoying each other's company? Okay, I would like. Now I can go back to my favorites and add some clutter on the desk. Just hanging out. Sweet, sweet. Believe it or not, that's something that I don't do that much with people. Just hang out. And I'm not sure. Well, it's probably because I wasn't raised that way. My family was very insular, so we hung out just with like my mother's immediate family, so her sister and brothers. And anytime we were with other people, it was generally because there was a particular reason for it. But it's something that I've kind of been learning how to do because we have a neighbor who's very social, and my partner is very social. So there are times when he'll come in from work, or like I'll know he's on his way home from work, and 3 hours will go by, 4 hours will go by, and I'm like, okay, he's probably across the hall visiting the neighbor. And sure enough, he'll come in like 9:30. Hey, I was across the hall. Yeah, I figured it. I he got that from, that's the way that he was brought up. He grew up in the South in Virginia, and in his neighborhood, they were close to neighbors like that. So there've been a few times where my neighbor has invited me in, like we run into each other in the hallway and she invites me in, and I make myself do it because I have this vision in my mind of being a social person. I've just never actually been much of a social person. So I take myself out of my comfort zone from time to time and do the socializing thing. I pretend to be human instead of a troll that lives under a bridge. uh, so I think it's nice that you were able to just hang out with your dad. Now, supposedly, we can walk through this floor clutter. It was made for that. I remember having an issue with that in a build recently, so I'm going to leave that there and see if I still have that same issue. And let's play them for a couple of days just to see if those simoleons show up. I hope they do. Okay, let's do auto lights, all candles, and I didn't put a light on the desk, but that's okay. It's all lights. Now let's also take care of their dad's urn. So this is Judd. We're going to add him to the household because he has some stuff in his inventory. He died when I was playing a different household. And he has some. Can you pick up your urn? Put in inventory. Yes, please. Oh, he can't pick up his urn. Well, that stinks. Let's choose the easy one for now. He has some stuff in his inventory. Oh, the digital tablet. Young man, go to school. Like now. Jeez, and ages. Okay. You also need a high school homework book. Let's get the digital tablet out of his inventory, and Rory can have that. Oh, Rory got an A on his beginner's origami. Good job, dude. Summer vacation is tomorrow. This is a very good time to be playing this household then. Because what do you mean stop my made up schedule and just come to you? Yeah, that's really the way I am. That's why I'm not so social. If I were to have people, and we usually don't have people over, um, but and it's mainly because my partner is tired all the time because he has a very physically demanding job. But for people to come over, people can't just stop by unless it's an emergency. Because I'm like, I'm not home. I'm the type of person who will sit and watch my phone ring and not answer it because it is not on my timetable at that moment to be on the phone. So he had two. You asked why he had two in his inventory. He had two because there's this weird glitch that happens when a sim dies and then you add them to your household. Everything that was in their inventory gets doubled. I don't know why that happens. It appears doubled, but it's really only there once. So you see how, hang on. So you see how it says that there are 12 of these common upgrade parts? When I sell it, there's going to be six left in his inventory because those six are basically ghost parts. And this doesn't get sold, even though I selected everything because it's basically a ghost tablet. Okay, dude, I want your urn. Oh, Harrison is the other ghost. Okay, let's add him to the household too because, hey, he's got homework books. Well, a homework book because, like I said, everything is doubled. Um, we need one of those. Can you like place this in the world, please? So Harrison was our neighbor. He was being very loud one night. And why are you putting the homework? Okay. Harrison was being very loud one night and died an unfortunate death by electrocution because when we banged on the door to ask him to be quiet, instead of apologizing, he said, "Oh, I live here too. You're just going to have to deal." And the watcher did not like that. So the watcher had him suddenly die by electrocution just out of nowhere. So yeah, that's how he ended up in an urn in the hallway. Judd died of old age. He lived a long and fruitful life, and he died of natural causes. Just delete his inventory. Just like me watching the phone ring. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so since we cannot put now, okay, now since we got rid of the other urn, can you put this in your inventory now? I really want to keep your urn so that we can like put it in the cemetery or something. Stop beating up my stuff. Maybe now he can put it in his inventory. I mean, that is his urn. Okay, good. All right. Now let's bring it in the house. And we are going to have you go to the netherworld. Young man, you're always coming over here saying that you're bored. Why is that? Yes. Bye, Judd. It was good knowing you. Okay, so now we have a homework. We don't have a homework book. Okay. Um, because we actually don't own that, even though we added the ghost to the household. You know what? Yeah, I love how broken this game is too. But as someone who has done software development, I totally get why the game is as broken as it is, because life simulator games are very, very complicated. Quite honestly, it's a wonder that any life simulator game works as well as it does. Okay, oh, well, that just went bad, so that can go in the trash. All right, Natasha, you are in bed sleeping. It's 1 p.m., so I'm going to go ahead and wake you up. Oh, and since I did all of that, let me go ahead and save. Because I did renovate 2 bedrooms and take care of 2 ghosts, so we won't have ghosts roaming about, breaking things. Oh, stretch break indeed. My back is talking to me. Hang on. Ugh. Bah. That was much needed. When I finish streaming in about, I don't know, 45 minutes or so, I'll have to get on my yoga mat so that my body will not have bad words for me. Oh, these are pictures of her and Judd when they first start. Well, a picture of her and Judd. This is Judd and, oh, his cousin. I don't remember his cousin's name. Darn. But yeah, that's a picture of Judd and his cousin. Since I don't remember his cousin's name, I'm going to sell that photo. I'll do it real quick before I talk myself out of it. Okay, let's see how you're doing in your career. Oh, you're still working on your mixology skill so that you can actually get a promotion. So let's have you practice making drinks. And Ella, I put you into the critic career. So you were working on your writing. Oh, and that is your work from home assignment, is to level up your writing skill. Are you going to eat now? Sort of, kind of. So let's have you take care of that. Go to the bathroom. And do you all have food in the fridge? You do, even though it says the leftovers don't match your preferences, but you don't have any dietary preferences. I think at some point I need you and your sister to go on a vacation to Mount Komorebi, because you are an adventurous sim, and I see that somehow or another you ended up with rock climbing gear in your inventory. I don't remember ever buying it for you, but if you have it, we're going to make good use of it. Oh, I could have given that to your brother. Let's... Oh God, I forgot Rory is morbid. Is it morbid? Is that what the trait is? Macabre. Same difference in my mind, but the definition might be different. Okay, you need to... I think both of you need homework books. Okay, you need to do homework. And what's wrong with you? Oh, you're having a mood swing. Okay. Oh, you poor child. Come here for me, please. Wait, I can't. So, okay, there is a dresser in the room. Come here. We need to make you over plan outfits, and we're gonna put this in Rory's inventory since he was taken after his dad and all that. We can sell this. Could sell these as well. He won't be getting any loose teeth now that he's a teen. And he's only halfway through his teenhood, which surprises me. All right, hydrate everybody. will stretch. Oh, the game said you will not. Yes, I will. I will stretch anyway, even though the cast has loaded. Thank you very much. I should take a nice long Epsom salt soak tonight. I haven't done that in a while. Okay, Rory. Oh, while I'm here, I should set everybody's sexual orientations as well. So let's start with Ella. I'll start with the Sims that I'm not going to um, make over. That way I won't forget to do them. We're gonna make Ella bi. And she can actually, let's make her poly so she doesn't get jealous. I mean, poly people do feel jealousy, but by saying no, I'm saying, hey, she's poly. She is teaching herself healthy ways of handling the jealousy emotion. Her partners engaging in those things are not deal breakers for her. Let's see. So she likes, I think she likes high energy Sims. I don't know why these little things have gone away, but whatever. So she's turned on by high energy Sims. She's also turned on by active Sims. That's skills, Sims with these skills. Okay. Fitness. Because that is what she likes to do. Let's see, is there anything else? She doesn't want, no, she's poly, so she can be attracted to Sims that are already in a relationship with someone else. It's not necessarily a turn on, though. She can be neutral about that. I don't like adding hair color, outfit color, or fashion because I think those are stupid things to turn someone down for. So I never add those as turn-ons or turn-offs. Now, her likes and dislikes. She likes fitness. And is there something else I want to add? Don't know. She does like fitness. Sim characteristics. She doesn't like family motivated Sims. I'm not sure about that. She does like artsy Sims because those remind her of her dad. And that hair is so cute. It is. I think this is an Ebonics hair. Yeah, that's one of Ebonics's hair. And she did the collab with Dark and Lovely. Okay, so I think that's all her likes and dislikes and turns on and turn-ons and turns off. Turn-ons and turn-offs. So now we'll go to Rory because I'm not going to make him over. I already did him. So he likes artsy Sims. He dislikes pet enthusiasts and mischief. Okay, that's fair enough. But he does like painting. He did a lot of that as a kid, taking after his dad. So we're going to have that as one of his likes. Oh, let me start with his sexual orientation. So he is interested in women. We're going to make him straight. And he does do all the jealousy stuff. Actually, let's mix it up. He's poly as well. He can be monogamous, but he doesn't do the jealousy thing. Let's give him a bouncy walk. I've got to change Ella's walk as well. And oh, conversation topics. Let's say that he likes flirtation. Why not?
Sure, Gub.
I've never chosen that as a conversation topic before. All right, and then for his turn-ons and turn-offs, um, hmm, he doesn't really, he's not turned on by academics. He is turned on by arts and crafts because that's what he's interested in. And how about if he's turned on by drink making because that reminds him of his mom. His mom is a mixologist. You know, that would probably go under culinary, but he's particularly turned on by women who are good at drink making. Let's see, he is turned on by what characteristics? Hardworking. Both of his parents were hardworking. He has a lot of respect for hardworking people. And let's just throw something different in there. Nature enthusiast. He's turned on by nature enthusiasts. Even though he was born and raised in the city, doesn't have a particular affinity for nature himself, but he's turned on by Sims who are nature enthusiasts. And let's give Ella a special walk style. We can give her a perky walk. We can give her a swagger walk to go with her fitness. I'll give her a swagger walk. I actually have a swagger walk. My mom said that I walked like this since I was a toddler. All right, and now we can get to Kason, the youngest. Since I have done everyone else, that cannot possibly be your everyday outfit. See, this is what I'm talking about having absolutely no faith in what the game puts people into. So we're going to give him a... No, a tough walk doesn't really suit him. A bouncy walk or a perky walk? Let's give him a perky walk. And he is going to be gay. So the perky walk matches well. I mean, gay men don't necessarily walk that way. Some of them do. But yeah, I want to make him gay. We have not had a gay sim. I don't think we've had a gay sim yet in this generation. And his romantic boundaries, he's super traditional. He gets jealous about all the stuff, and he's definitely monogamous, and he desires for his partner to be monogamous. It's okay. He likes fitness. He likes the color blue. I remember giving him that like when he was a kid. He likes stories. He doesn't like pessimistic sims. Okay, those are decent likes. And now for turn-ons and turn-offs, he is turned on by... you know, that's interesting. Let's make him turned on by pessimistic sims. I don't know why anyone would be turned on by that, but there is, as they say, a lid for every pot. Okay, so he's turned on by pessimistic sims. And let's say he is turned off by career-minded sims for some reason. And he wants to be an eco-innovator. All right, now let's take care of these clothes. Holy cow. All right. Let's get you some jeans. How about some skinny jeans? It's a little brighter. It's a little too bright. We'll leave him like that. He's not going to wear boots. He is going to wear sneakers. And do we want to put him in high tops? Why not? Let's put him in some high tops. Some bright red ones. That's a bit much. That's a bit much. How about those? those. I don't really like them. Those I like though. So put them in those. I like the hair, so I'm gonna keep that. And let's give him another everyday outfit. Mm. Would you like to wear an oversized hoodie? No, that's too oversized. I don't like that on. Oh, that's cute. I've had that in my cast for so long, and I don't think I've ever used it. I think there's one where the mesh looks better, like it fits in the game. And I don't want him wearing a turtleneck for his everyday outfit. I would, however, like this. So we'll have him wear that. And now for formal, we won't do a medical device for him. And my boy, we need to work on your sense of style. They chose a very interesting body type for him. Most males don't have hips shaped like this, with the narrow waist. I think his brother aged up that way as well, and I changed his waist shape. Most men or people assigned male at birth tend to have a boxier shape, straight up and down, where people assigned female at birth tend to have wider hip bones. So, and I hadn't, oh, this is supposed to be for formal. I hadn't considered doing a trans or making him trans. You know what? I don't think I've ever done a trans sim. I need to create one in one of my saves. I've seen other people make trans sims, and there's at least one in game. I think she came with Island Living. Oh, how about a bow tie? Yes. And we'll do some brown socks. Okay, and then for your athletic wear, I do not hate this enough to change it, so I'll leave it. Sleepwear, I don't know why these are considered slippers. I really don't. I do not consider them sleep shoes. So let's do this for one, and then let's give you something that's suitable for warm weather sleeping so that you won't die of heat exhaustion. You wouldn't die of heat exhaustion. That's just my own imagination. That looks more like old man pajamas. He's not an old man. He's a very young teen. Okay, that works. That looks more realistic to me. Now for party wear. Oh my goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Okay, we are going to, that is a lot of different kinds of piercings. And while I do know that there are people that wear a lot of piercings, I don't tend to do piercings on my Sims. Sometimes I'll do a facial piercing, but usually not. So, what for party wear? That's different. Let's see. I want something befitting of a teenager. I don't want him to look like Leisure Suit Larry, and I also don't want him to look like an old man. Because that probably means the high school years, though. This is a nice sweater. And let's do some slacks. Maybe some brown ones. Do they come in a lighter brown? Oh, I like that even better. Okay. And socks. And loafers. Cool. Swimwear. I do not hate that enough to change it. We'll just get rid of the shoes. Lately, the game insists on putting those nature event sandals on every Sim swimwear when they first age up to teen, or even when they age up to child. I don't understand it, but this is Sims. Everything is not going to make sense. Oh, I like pink on him. Dude, we're gonna have to put more pink in your life. Okay, let's see what other kinds of... I hardly ever use those shorts. And then let's pair this with another shirt. Yellow looks good on you too, bro. Okay, last but not least, cold weather. We can get rid of the hat just because it makes you look older than you are, and I don't want that. Okay. Now let's explore our sweaters. I just added some sweaters, some sweater type stuff to my CC folder. Not this one. This one I added, I think, a few days ago. Where's... Hang on. I think this may be one of them. I'd have to choose different... I'd have to choose high-waisted pants. No, not those. Those I've had for a while. Oh, that's different. I don't remember seeing that before. That might be one of the... I like ice cream for breakfast, CC. They do some good stuff. Oh, right. Pink in his life. Yes. Yes. Your skin tone was made for pink, I think. Oh, these are the newest ones. I like that. See, let's not do pink this time. Let's do... You know, that green, as bright as it is not half bad. Let's tone it down just a little bit. And then last but not least, let's give him a jacket. I think I have some new jackets, CC, as well. I do. Yeah, we'll do that one. And now he can have a hat. He can even have the one that he had before. If I can find it, it was this one, I think. Yeah, maybe in this color to better match his jacket. And let's give him some boots, because this is what I want him to wear when he's going out into the cold. Nice matchy-matchy with the pants. And some dark socks. And Kaysen is done, I believe. Yes, I do have some turn-ons and turn-offs. And I fixed her walk. Okay. And let's see. What did I do? Okay, he's the one who's gay. Okay. There you go. And as soon as the household loads back up, I need to save just to make sure bad things do not happen. Oh, wow, I'm into the second hour. Second hour of streaming. No wonder I'm feeling so stiff. I'm going to stream for maybe another 15 minutes. I got some stuff that I want to do before it gets super late. And I do need to grab me second dinner. I had first dinner. It was spinach and turkey kielbasa, and it really hit the spot. Second dinner, I think, is just going to be some cereal because I want something sweet. Which reminds me, I need to buy milk. While this is loading, let me pull up my shopping list. Make sure that milk is on my shopping list. Yes, it is. Okay. I should. I think I'll order the groceries for tomorrow, then I don't have to go out and get them. What's the weather supposed to be like tomorrow anyway? Let's check Weather Underground. Okay, so tomorrow is supposed to be cold like it is today. Today is like it's 21, but it feels like it's 18. Tomorrow it's supposed to be mostly cloudy, maybe get up to the like 31 degrees, so it's going to be cold. And let me save. I like keeping my work from disappearing on me. Thank you very much. Okay, so tomorrow would be a good day to go on a photo walk, but also to not go out in person for the groceries. I'll see what our budget looks like. If I've got the budget to get everything we need and pay for a tip, because I get free delivery because I have Grubhub Plus. So if I have the budget to decently tip a delivery person, then I will order our groceries because then I can order them in bulk from BJ's and they'll last us longer. All right. Rory is doing his homework. Kason is in the process of trying to melt down. Oh God, please don't listen to loud music. Let's Web Explorer, blog about feelings. And also let's lock this computer so that when we have guests over, they don't come in and get on our computer. And I think we need to get him a homework book. Is the one in the bookcase? No. Okay. I can sell the child homework books, the elementary school homework books, but he needs a high school homework book. I mean, we have one, it's just not one that we own. Oh, and he's too tense to do homework. Oh, he's tired. Madeline died? Oh no. Okay, we're gonna have our inventory stay with her ghost. And you have a lot of toddler books in your inventory. So how about we just go ahead and... Well, you're not gonna sleep in there. The stereo's on. Here. Here, come in here and nap. Sometimes big people need naps too. I know I do. I get whiny when I'm tired. That's something that I've just started noticing. Wait, where did that come from then? Okay, what was I looking at that had all of those toddler books? I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, I need to purchase him a homework book. Maybe I was looking at the bookcase inventory and didn't realize it. homework books, homework for high school, and then I will put that in his inventory. And then when he's done with his nap, he can do his homework. Rory is done with his homework, so he can go and grab some food. Whose is this? This is Kaysen's. He never finished his castle diorama. Is that what it is? Yeah, he never finished his castle diorama in elementary school. All right, Natasha, how you doing? She's at level 5. She's almost to level 6. Let's go ahead and get you to level 6. And then I'm going to call it a stream. My back is actually tired. I'm sitting here for most of the past 2.5 hours. But it's been a good stream. In spite of one of my favorite elders dying, she did not get a chance to finish university, but you know what? There she is. She's on level 6 mixology now. But JayCee died doing what she loved, which was studying about plants. So I'm happy about that. All righty. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really enjoyed this. I am wanting to build a habit of streaming regularly, and coming on today was part of that. Oh, it's wrong. I had so much fun. I'm glad. I'm glad you had fun. Um, I put my socials up in the chat, so you can always find out more about me from my personal website, wthelotus.net. If you join the Discord, that's probably the best way to know when I go live, because there will be a notification in a like Lotus Goes Live channel, I think is what I named it. You're welcome, Mo. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. So definitely join the Discord. And I also, I'm trying to be more active there. I'm an introvert, and I realized the other day that I have attracted a lot of introverts to my Discord. So the Discord is kind of quiet, but I'm trying to be active there. And my photography posts do get automatically mirrored to Discord. So definitely check out the Discord. I'm very active on Blue Sky. That's actually the most active social media site that I'm on outside of my own websites. So if you're on Blue Sky and you're not already following me, you can check me out there. I have a YouTube channel, which is where this VOD is going to go after its 2-week hosting on Twitch is up. So you'll be able to watch it anytime you want here on Twitch for the next 2 weeks. And then after that, you'll be able to catch it on my YouTube channel. And then I have a Twitch channel that I use for photography stuff, usually photo editing. So if you would like to get an insight into my photo editing process, and see me do it live, then definitely follow Wanda the Lotus. And when I go live there, you can see how I edit and organize my photos. Thank you for the stream, and I will. Introverts unite. Yes, most definitely. We love introverts around here. All right, let's see. Who do I want to raid? Let's see who I'm following. Who is live? I don't think I have ever rated this individual. They are playing The Sims 4. I'm Mars the J. So they're playing The Sims 4, and looks like they're in cast right now with a very realistic looking sim. That is very interesting. Have an amazing night too. Thanks again for being here. Let me pop my raid message into the chat. Here at Lotusland, it does not matter whether you are a viewer, a follower, or a subscriber, though I hope you are at least a follower. We're all one big happy family. And what that means is when we go into someone else's community, we all use the same raid message. So I went ahead and put that in the chat. So I invite you to go ahead and copy that. We are going to raid I'm Mars the G. Let's see if I can get that started over here. See, raid channel. And I want to find I'm Mars the G, who is currently playing The Sims 4. Oh, it says that I can't rate them right now. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's find someone else then. Who else is on? See if there's someone else who is playing The Sims 4. Oh, show more. Yes, okay. Okay, there are people who I'm not following who are playing The Sims 4. So let's see. Who is this person? It says first stream ever. Large tater tots. That is a very interesting name. They must be known other places. No, this isn't their first stream. They have more than 10K followers. It says they're playing The Sims 4. But right now they are chatting. Well, I'm curious about her. So, this is, her name is Tay. Let's see if I can read Tay. Let's see if this one will work. Twitch has been acting weird, so if I can't raid, it might be a Twitch thing, and not the settings on the streamer's channel. Oh, okay, cool. That raid is successful. That is awesome. Okay, we are going to raid Tay, who's going by Large Tater Tots. They say that they're playing The Sims. Let's go over there and have fun. Don't forget to copy the raid message. Thank you again for being here, and I will see you all next time. Bye.